Christmas. We got some Christmas.
Getting to look a lot
like Christmas.
Christmas.
Where you go.
So we're doing a Christmas
especially
giveaway.
right behind you. Oh, that.
Oh, we're doing a Christmas giveaway.
This is about control, everybody knows, everyone complies. We're the kinds of pros, I don't need a plane, I just hit the road, I do what I want, I can't sell my soul, market about to crash, this is what you chose, ruining the country, I think that's the goal, you gon' take the mark, I take narrow roads, I'm a man of God, I can never fold.
Do you just want to restart?
Cool, sir. Well, I appreciate you. I think we got the signatures handled, but I'll get on that too.
Sure. Just see how he reacts. Go behind.
All right, no problem. Yep, you too.
Shh. He's back.
What's up?
All right. Welcome
Welcome
to the Protect Your Purpose podcast, where we talk whiskey, business, friends, family, and freedom. I'm your host, Matt Marchese, and this is my co-host, Zach Grady.
We're starting all the way over. Was this a joke thing you guys were talking about while I was on the phone?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking
God, I'm
about?
in the fucking Twilight Zone.
And of course, and as always, my lovely and beautiful wife, Lindy. Welcome to the show, honey.
Hello, thank you.
I can't believe you can just do that.
That's her thing.
That's so great. All right, so we're back. Welcome back to the show. We took a brief pause. No big deal.
Zach is so
My bad.
confused.
Yeah. So
I'm not confused. You guys are assholes.
there's a couple intros. Zach may or may not be a little confused, but we do have another guest in the room today, and that guest is our Christmas tree.
Hey, Christmas tree! Yay!
What do you think, everybody? For those of you listening, I will describe it. It's green. It has ribbons and balls.
Have you ever seen a Christmas tree? Just picture that.
So it's a Christmas tree. Our friend Amber
Skinnier than
Musgrave, she's got a business, Ashen Manor, at a Sioux City, Iowa side, right?
It's online, but yes.
Yeah. So she has a tree decorating business and came in for us and killed it with some custom ornaments and some custom decorations for us. And we've got ourselves a fucking America tree.
She made the ornaments?
She
yeah,
made those.
she made
bro.
these.
Yeah, point out the special one.
We've got a Protect Your Purpose ornament. We've got our own custom. We have made it, folks. Okay? If you're wondering what a sign of you've made it is, it's when you have your own custom ornaments created by a custom ornament maker. Plus all the other shit. She did a really good job. She always crushes it. She does our trees every year.
We just might leave it up all year round, too.
Well, I decided I didn't want a fucking Christmas tree. I wanted an America tree, so I can leave it up for as long as we want.
That's what you got.
That's it.
Looks
Who was it? Was it you earlier that said if America...
And no. I said Jesus and a bald eagle had sex.
If Jesus had sex with a bald eagle, it's birthing this Christmas
American
tree.
Christmas.
America Christmas trees. I love it. I don't know if that's appropriate to talk about
Ian,
Jesus
cut
having. So we're drinking some Sideshow.
Yeah, it hits pretty fast.
Yeah,
Just telling you that.
It's the fast acting. Yeah.
A lot of alcohol content in these.
Yeah, I wonder
good,
what,
though. That's
what
pretty
it
good.
is proofed at. It's proofed at 118 proof for the bourbon, and that's proofed down to, what is it, 70 or 80?
I don't know.
70 proof, yeah. So, good stuff. We tapped in to Hollywood. This is going to be a tough.
Editing project.
Yeah, he's got all day tomorrow. So.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough project for you to make do with here with a couple intros, a couple starts.
You get to choose, right?
You have a lot to choose from,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're just doing different takes.
We just added 2 hours to Ian's
Business day.
post-record production studio time.
On the opposite end of that, you guys have no clue what podcast you're going to get, though, because I get to choose.
Yeah,
a
basically,
surprise.
it's like a choose-your-own-adventure for Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different kind of format today. It's a choose-your-own-adventure where we do
Click here if you want to go
several-
freedom.
Yeah, this will certainly be our most edited podcast to date.
Already.
We're
not even 10 minutes in.
Seems fun, though, because I feel like we could really fuck him up and talk about the same topics
No.
Twice.
twice. We can change the outcome of them and just make it like a choose-your-own-adventure
Change
through the
our
whole
opinions
hour
on each
to hour and a half. Yeah. All right, what are we talking about, Zach? What do you want to talk about? Babe, you got any topics you want to talk about? Coming in unprepared.
We're going already. We're just jumping in, huh? You're just
I mean, what do you want to do?
freedom.
You want to talk about freedom?
That's what I felt like you just
Freedom.
did to me.
Freedom.
Like, yeah, this is going to be a great... What are we talking about?
Freedom.
Tell me now. I need to know immediately.
So the other day, I saw
I
Liver King.
I got something to... Yeah, go ahead.
Well, what were you going to say? It seemed much more important than Liver King's douchey ass.
I'll touch back. Oh, Liver King's douchey fraud ass? Is that...
I mean, come on. Liver King?
We all knew that.
I think we did all know that. Yeah. I think if you didn't know that Liver King was on
the thing
juice.
is, if he had just like put that facade out there to begin with, nobody would have cared. But he like went through the rigmarole of trying to pretend he wasn't. Everyone's like, come on.
So I don't know much about it, but I think like the bodybuilding, like the meathead muscle-y community, whatever they call themselves. I don't know what they would call themselves, but
probably bodybuilders.
I would say meathead muscle-y community is not.
That's probably not what they go by.
But
Dads who lift.
It's the Dads Who Lift community. I think what I understand is they kind of reject. They basically were like, all right, dude, you're not going to sit here and I think they took offense to his fraud and his lies because he's basically saying that he's doing what they're doing naturally and they're not making that claim. So I think what happened is some sort of intel of his fraud and his false claims got into that community. I think they held him hostage. I think they basically said, if you don't expose yourself, bro, we're going to do it because you're lying to our whole community.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, and that's the thing is you're making it seem possible to the normal person that you can look like me and not
is if you eat lots of liver.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and his whole premise was, his whole premise was like live how our ancestors used to live. Yeah, like off the
ancestral
nature.
I don't trust anything that he says.
Well,
He
he's
probably
like,
lives in a mansion.
He's like Dr. Fauci. He's fucked.
He said, I don't recall 174 times yesterday at the hearing he was at.
What hearing?
Okay. I didn't read the article,
So he's
but the
getting, like,
title,
sued?
the title of it was, he
so.
said, I don't recall 174 times as an answer.
Yeah.
Played the fifth.
So what happens is when you're in a lawsuit, I've been there. I've been deposed several times, which is, I don't know. I guess that's probably kind of like a badge of honor in some worlds. In the business world, they say if you haven't been sued, you haven't fucking done anything yet, or you haven't accomplished anything, whatever it is. I don't know if that's true, man. Being under the gun like that, even if you're innocent or even if you're right in a scenario like that, dude, being on a witness stand or being in a room, it feels like this where you're like on camera, you're being questioned, only the stakes are so much higher because sometimes like freedom and money and livelihoods and shit are at stake. Like if someone's trying to get you, they're going after you. They do everything they can to go after you. Like if you made a small mistake,
Oh, yeah.
in order for them to prove that you made that small mistake, they do it by literally assaulting, like launching a full-blown fucking assault on your character. And it's scary. So, sorry.
Word
Mr.
on the street is you crushed your deposition, though. So I remember that happening.
Yeah.
You
So
talking about.
I lose my temper.
No.
This thing got bitch smacked again. Ian, get this out of here. No, I think normally I'm like over more and I'm not holding this posture.
Oh, God, you're just shaking the
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, so I think the one you're talking about, I was actually a witness in a jury trial on my own lawsuit. I was suing them and they were trying to attack my character. And yeah, dude, what happens is you go and I flip a switch and I kind of go into defensive mode because I try to, when you're on a witness stand, you've got a jury, people are judging your character. So you've got to kind of put on your best face. And I went in, I'm going to just be proper. And my lawyer warned me, you cannot attack the opposing counsel or his representation or client because it will look bad. And then I did that. And in my mind, I went, oh no, I just did exactly what my lawyer told me
against
not
my
to
lawyer's advice.
But dude, I was on the witness stand for probably like 5 hours. It was awful. It was intense. It rolled over into a second day. So like 3 or 4 hours on the first day and then the remainder on the second day. And about 30 or 45 minutes in when I realized that this wasn't about like their cross-examination on me was not about what the issue was. No, it was about my character. So I just fucking went after him. And I think I was a better lawyer than their lawyer. So that kind of made it better. Because he would ask me a question and I would avoid the answer to the question and say things like, I know why you're asking that question. And those are your words, not mine. So I understand what you're saying. And no, I didn't say that, but I understand why you're saying I said that. And then he would say things like, why do you think I am saying that? And I would say things like, because you're trying to attack my character to prove your point, but you're trying to prove a negative. It's going to be very hard. You know, I would basically be a smartass, but at the end of that, I can't say this out in the world, but I was told by several people that I was amongst the best witnesses that they had seen.
Shocker.
Yeah, for a long time, but it's because I didn't let the lawyer put words in my mouth. Yeah, this is a choose your own adventure. You can now edit in whether or not we were.
Would
talking
you like
about
to hear about Liver King
or Anthony Fauci?
Or no, I have another topic.
Yes,
because
let's
it
hear.
relates to our live. On our live, if you missed it, it's out there somewhere. Go find it. We posed the question: if you were given $3 million, you remember this?
Oh yeah.
If you're given $3 million and you take the money, somebody
Someone
random dies.
Yep.
Do you take the money? Mr. Beast, the famous YouTuber, whatever the hell he does, posed a question. Was it on Twitter?
Yeah, he put a poll on Twitter.
He put a poll on Twitter
For 24
that said,
hours.
for 24 hours, if you were given $10,000, like ours was $3 million, that's a substantial amount of money. He said if you were given $10,000, but you knew somebody random was going to die, would you take it?
Hell.
Guess how many people, the percentage of people that said yes.
Hold on, before we guess this, is that where this question initially came from?
No, I don't know where it came from. I heard it on my daughter's YouTube.
Yeah,
she was swiping,
Mr.
so-
Beast's
yeah,
poll
okay.
was yesterday. It just ended this morning.
Yeah, he may have got it from this same one I got it from.
Okay,
But
so what? Guess. You want to place a guess, honey?
so $10,000.
Wait. Do we get to guess?
Yeah, $10,000. How many? There was almost 2 million votes.
2 million.
What
votes?
percent?
it was roughly 1.9 million people voted in 24 hours.
Sorry, I rounded up, Ian. Jesus fucking Christ. What percentage do you think said yes? I would take $10,000 knowing that somebody random was going to die.
65%. Because America's greedy
Okay.
as
You hate the human race. Get it?
I'm not gonna place a guess.
Okay. Because you're a fucking fun hater, or what?
No, I'm not gonna place a guess because it's a fucking blindfolded, spun around.
Yeah, you're right.
Dart
You
throw.
don't know.
Like who the fuck knows?
I'm
With-
saying it's
with
more
the-
than half
Okay.
of the vote.
Based on the way
More or
you
less
asked-
than half.
All right, so based on the way you asked the question, I'm going to say more than half.
Yeah.
Okay. It was less.
Well, then why the fuck would you ask the question as if it was more?
Because it's still high. 44%,
Jesus Christ,
right?
still ridiculous.
or was it
Yeah, 44.
Almost
46 or 44?
46.
54% said no. 46% said yes. For $10,000, like $3 million is life changing. 10,000 you could burn through in a couple hours.
Right.
But that's the world again right now is
Greedy.
people have no regard for human life whatsoever. Like some of the arguments were like, what would you say? Like 1.8 people die every second in the world. Like you're just at like
You're just adding
that
one
was
more
the
to
argument, you know. But
Who cares if in that hour it moves to 2.8?
or if it's somebody's fucking mom of 3 kids or something, you know, it's random.
So we talked on the live briefly about like a karmic value. I've moved to like 100% no.
And we said 3 million on the live for
And I don't know if there is a number
right.
because like go to 1 billion. I just think the universe, there's no way the universe allows a person with that level of karma with that money
Like the random person is probably
to
going to be you.
Yeah, right. Not even that soon. Like when you earn that kind of money, dirty money, money that costs the lives or life of somebody, the universe always fucking catches up to that, man. Because the people find out about the money. Like we were just talking about Liver King. Like you can't keep lies in forever.
Right.
And when you have to live with that, you cannot succeed. You have to be a twisted motherfucker to be able to take that money and convert that into clean money, into good money, God money, like good karma. And I think the type of person that could do that is going to be a twisted person, and there's no way they succeed with or without that money. I just think that, yeah, the karmic value of that is going to crush the souls. I think the people who fucking answered
Don't
that
have
poll,
souls.
like for $10,000,
Yeah.
you're not talking about life-changing money. And I'm respecting the fact that $10,000 is a big fucking deal to most of the population in America.
Right.
Most of the population in the world, people probably believe that $10,000 would at least change their lives short term. I mean, think about the level of debt people are in and the level of angst.
Yeah, that's a car payment that somebody might go, or not
car
car
payment.
payment.
What kind of fucking car
Whoa,
you
what are you
driving?
driving? Holy shit.
Shit. What kind of car you driving? I know what you're
No,
saying.
yeah, I know what you're saying. You could pay bills for
Yeah, that's a car
payment.
payment, a mortgage payment. It's
Gets them out of debt.
27% APR on your Visa credit card that you ran up for the holidays or
But
7
somebody's
years ago.
grandma just dropped dead. Congrats.
Hopefully she was already sick. That's all I gotta say. I think the karma doesn't give a fuck.
44% though, out of 2 million, a substantial amount of votes. 46, sorry.
Fuck Mr. Beast. Let's talk about something else. This seems way too small talky and fucking stupid for me.
I mean, clearly.
Right. Ian, cut that whole fucking part out. Fuck. Who gives a shit? Welcome to the Protect Your
10,000.
Purpose podcast.
$10,000.
Yeah, that's
You or
where
your
we,
family member are dead.
All right, let's bring some value. What do you want to talk about that brings value to our listeners and our communities and our people?
So, I probably should have talked to you about this prior to, but I kind of like seeing your
Yeah, fuck
authentic
it.
reactions
Yeah, we're
to
all right.
certain things.
Let's go.
So, I wanted to get in the weeds a little bit on this Balenciaga scandal.
You think that's going to bring value?
Well, the part I want to talk about potentially.
Okay.
So the main ad that they got in trouble for was with the papers all over the desk.
Hey. The secret word for the giveaway is family.
The main ad, you know what I'm referring to, the Balenciaga ad with the papers all over the desk, and there's one paper specifically sticking out.
Yep.
That deals with the Supreme Court ruling
Yeah.
of Williams versus the Supreme Court, a child pornography scandal, if you will. The basis of the Supreme Court or the Supreme Court case was that this Michael Williams guy was saying that the PROTECT Act, which the PROTECT Act, I'll read, prescribes any material or purported material in a manner that reflects the belief or that is intended to cause another to believe that the material is illegal child pornography, right? So Williams was arguing that the PROTECT Act abridges the First Amendment freedom of speech because it's too broad, right? The PROTECT Act covers too broad of a stroke, and it violates the First Amendment.
Okay.
So being a free speech podcast, I thought it would be an interesting topic to bring up. There's got to be a line somewhere, obviously, if they're saying that I should be able to do anything I want with children because it's a freedom of speech. Whereas we're talking about Kanye shouldn't be taken off Twitter for anything he says. Like, what are your thoughts on that, I guess?
All right. Here's my thoughts. I've got thoughts about it that we have vowed. So let's talk quickly, briefly about the podcast again, where we're at, the battle we are up against. as well as kind of what we've decided and how we're going to decide to, or how we've decided we're going to go forward. There are a group of, we'll do like sort of a master assumption. We're going to do a master assumption that all of our listeners, that all of the people, which is not a safe assumption, so I want to be clear on that. But for purposes of the conversation, the master assumption is that all of the people already understand that there are a group of individuals, there are a group of individuals who seek
Whoever they
are. Right. There are a group of individuals who seek to control the world. Okay. Control has been a eternal battle. Okay. Humans have that in them. They want more. When you have everything, the only way you get fulfillment is to have more. There are certain types of individuals. I am one of them. Okay. So I have felt this. We talked about it the other day on the podcast. Lindy asking me if enough will ever be enough. And I had to really dig deep in my soul and understand that I am one of those people that enough is never enough. Why? Because I am fulfilled by whatever the next thing is. So you keep going and keep going and keep going. When you reach essentially the pinnacle of whatever it is you're doing on a global scale, what is fucking next? And then you ask yourself, well, what are the limits? And then we have a special type of person, okay, that seeks power, kings, and in all of history, people who have sought to control humanity or those below them or around them. The master assumption is that those people exist. There are a group of individuals that want America to not have the power and the freedoms that they have. So if you don't understand that, and I think that's how we're gonna start starting off the show that way, because we have to. What I don't want the show to end up being is us trying to convince people that that is a truth. Okay. If you don't know that there are people who seek to control the world and to seek to control the population, like
you're intentionally not paying attention.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You want to live in your fairy tale world.
Exactly.
you're living in a fantasy world. And I know people personally who have told me, man, I just choose to bury my head in the sand, and I just choose to not acknowledge it. Like, and if I just don't think about it, then it isn't real to me, and I avoid it, and I sleep at night. Why? Because people don't want to know the truth. The truth is fucking scary. So we're gonna make a master assumption on this show, and for all of our conversations, that maybe we'll edit into add into our script or into our norm on like an intro or something. That's a master assumption. And if you don't know that, we do want to provide value. Okay. But I cannot be the person. We cannot be the people on this forum that seeks to try and convince people of that. We can't get our message out. The people who control information will not allow us. We know that. Okay. We put out content about that. It gets throttled and no one sees it except for the 27 people that we send direct links to that click on that link and watch it. In which case, we could just call them.
Right.
All right. They hold back that information. You've got to seek that information out on your own. We don't have a large enough platform yet to overpower that. Although we do try and seek to provide value. Here's what I'll tell you. Go back to episode 114, I think it is. Andy Frisella, Ben Tapper was on. You can go back prior to that. But Ben Tapper was on there. The title of it is called like Conspiracy Theorist, maybe. The title of the episode. Go back, start there, listen to that conversation. Andy does a fantastic job over the course of the last 2 years breaking down the whole concept of what I just thought. He's super fucking smart, very articulate, super passionate, swears a lot. He might actually cuss more than I do. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a tough.
You think?
He does.
He does. 100%.
Yeah, it's possible. And he also self-censors less than I do too, because he doesn't give a fuck how many
He's
times
already
he says
got
it.
the following.
Right.
Exactly. He's already got millions of followers and billions of dollars. So if you want to know what that is, okay, or more information on that, go there.
Andy sees the bigger picture and explains it very well.
And he does a really good job of withholding just enough information to get his message out and not get thrown back. Now, I don't know what the hell else is going on there. I don't know the guy.
Like, I haven't listened to every single one of his episodes, but the ones I have and the things he says, most of it has came to light or came true over time. And people called him fucking crazy. In the moment.
Join the fucking club, dude. People have been calling me crazy. Lindy just said it on a group text the other day. Matt's been saying that shit for 2 years. Never mind.
Right.
Because now we're going to go down. Anyhow, so what we've decided on the show is that we're going to start with a master assumption. The master assumption is there are people out there who seek to control humanity, seek to control the population. They seek power, money, and control. The limits that they will go to have no boundaries. No boundaries. Okay. That is the master assumption. So what we decided we're going to do is we're going to move towards a more of a structure and a format of our shows that doesn't focus so much on the problem, but more so the solutions. That's how we think we're going to add value, and that's how we think we're going to be able to grow the show and build our subscriber base and build people's confidence that we're giving them information that is actually helpful to them in their lives.
Even if your head is in the sand and you are aware of what is going on, maybe this will help you in the future to even the smallest things that you can do to be a part of the solution and not just know what is going on, but to be a part of, eventually the big picture of the solution, right?
Agreed.
Because I think you put it just so that this was a conversation off camera, but anything other than S, so IDS, identify, discover, solution.
Discuss, sorry.
You're part of the problem. The only way that you're not part of the problem is the S, the solve.
You move.
Working towards
You
the solution.
have to move to the solution. So let's talk about that with the Balenciaga. For most people that have children, okay, it doesn't matter what your fucking thoughts on Kanye are. It doesn't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. Number one, because I'm calling you Kanye. Yay. And if you've got a problem in it, you can come sit right there in that
We grew up
chair.
with you being Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. West. Kanye. It doesn't matter what Kanye thinks. It doesn't matter what he says. It doesn't matter what Elon Musk says. It doesn't matter what Elon Musk thinks. It doesn't matter what's going on. It is not their responsibility. Okay. And what Zach is describing is satanic, whether it's for PR, whether it's for truly an attempt, like a real launched attack on our youth, on our children. Okay. The name of this podcast is Protect Your Purpose. We're going to talk about purpose. Okay. Our children, if you have children and your children are not your purpose in this life, you probably don't get it yet. Keep going. Focus on that. You'll find it because it should be. But it is our job to protect our purpose. And the fact that this is out there, that this satanic shit, that this child molestation is even out there, the discussion of normalizing it, here is my advice to everyone listening or watching. Protect your children. Protect your purpose relentlessly. Do not let the school system, do not let outside influences, other people's parents, do not let brand names, rap music, any kind of music, Hollywood, do not let their movies, Disney, influencers on social media, do not let them overpower you in your protection efforts for your children. And if we all do that, and we are intentionally and making pointed efforts to protect the minds of our children, it doesn't fucking matter what Balenciaga fucking does.
And don't let them flip it around, because that's been the play, is you say you don't want books about trans people in schools. Well, now you're transphobic and you're it's hate speech now. Don't let them flip it around on you and make you feel like you're you're not as kind and generous of a person. Like, that's the problem, is they flip it around and make you seem like a terrible person if you don't want your kids reading a book about trans people.
Doesn't fucking matter.
We don't give a shit what you do behind closed doors in the privacy of your own home.
Don't care.
As long as your kids aren't there. But when you're flashing it in front of everybody and you're trying to manipulate the youth into thinking that stuff is normalized and it's okay, and that their age it's okay, that's where the problem lies. Like,
Well, Matt, just like your son's physical, the question in the top right.
Oh, so that was an Army doctor. That's
even fucking worse.
A military doctor, not an Army doctor, an Air Force doctor. That's an Air Force, a United States Armed Forces medical facility asking a question on the top of a 12-year-old's physical, a sports physical, is what was your birth gender? Male. Fair question, I guess. Doesn't seem like what's your gender would have been a fair question. Question number 2 is, what do you identify as? So my son was filling this out and he's like, what do I write? And I said, write stop it. And he's like, okay, stop it. You're right, stop it. And then he puts exclamation points next to it and turns that shit into the doctor. Here you go. Stop it. Don't. But again, we're not trying to talk about, we are trying to talk about the problems, but I don't want to sit in, although, the discussion phase is what people want to fucking hear. The discussion phase is what people want to do. It's human nature to want to bitch about shit. But again, right back to it. If you go along with this, you're not protecting your child. Like, tell them to stop it. If a doctor or a teacher asks your child, what do they identify as? This is a battle. All right. So for the kid piece, and this could be literally, this concept could be laid across every single one of these social issues that we're dealing with. Okay. So the discussion is blah, blah, blah across the board. Same shit, different song, different dance. Got it? The solution, the same. This is a battle for the minds and the souls of our children, of our families, of our friends, of all of the topics. It's a battle. Who are we battling? Well, ask yourself, who is asking your child? Who is telling your child that they need to wear this clothing line? Who is putting, what's that dude's name? The little cowboy, satanic black dude, rhinestone cowboy. Miley Cyrus, Billy Ray Cyrus. Little Nas X. Okay, I don't give a shit if Little Nas X is doing naked Satan stripper dances on a Satan. It doesn't matter to me. Why? Because my kids are going to see that because they're growing up in this age. Okay? But when we get in the car with my kids and they want to turn on music, we don't tell them, no, you're not going to turn that on. We tell them, yeah, turn that shit on. And then I hear them talking about pills and drugs and satanic shit and crime. And then I say, hey, boys, press pause. And we pause it. And I then explain to them what's happening in the music industry. I then explain to them why Little Nas X is dressed like Satan. I explain, what am I doing when I'm doing this? I'm protecting my purpose. I'm protecting my children, and my children are going to believe me more than they believe the music industry. But it's a battle, and it's relentless. You have to be relentless in the battle, and we can't let it go. So, yeah, man, I don't know why they're doing this. I do, but I'm not going to talk about it, I guess. I don't fucking know. I know why they're fucking doing it. But it's twisted. The solution to the problem is, yeah, man, there's a lot of people out there that are in competition for your kids' minds. Are they going to win? You going to let them win? That's why people are pulling their kids out of homeschool or out of school, putting them in homeschool. Why? Because they're sick of fighting the fight. They're sick of their kids coming home asking, what gender am I? What? You know what gender you are?
How is that even a question?
Right. How do I answer this question? I witnessed it firsthand.
Or separating not using boys and girls pronouns in school anymore, or stupid shit like that.
Right. The solution, man. The solution is you have to be engaged in your kid's life. It's hard because we're all busy. We've got busy lives. We're in the armed forces, where we've got businesses, we've got side hustles, we've got, we're all doing it. But the question is, what's your purpose? And are you going to protect that shit? And these kids, man, if you're not protecting, not only my kids, man, I'm taking on your kids. And well, your kids are my kids. At least 2 of them. We're unsure about 1.
Oh, stop it.
I'm taking on your kids. I'm taking on every listener's kids.
All
as
3
my
of them act
purpose.
like you, so.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. We know they're all mine. Kind of. That's what that's the community thing we always talk about. You can't. That's why we're doing this.
It takes a village.
It takes a fucking village. And that's why we're doing this podcast. And we lose sight of it too, because we like everyone, get caught in the drama in the discussion phase.
This is part of the solution for us as individuals and basically all 4 of us. Part of the solution is talking about it publicly and making sure that everyone that we know and maybe our subscribers will continue to
All
do
12 of the
something
people that are gonna see
about
this
this problem. Yeah. Do something about this problem and maybe start their own and get the freaking word out and start being a part of the solution and not just sitting here complaining about it and talking about it and doing nothing.
And trying to convince people that something is happening.
Yeah, we're
Like,
past that point.
We're past that.
If you don't
And-
see it now, there's no
and
convincing.
it doesn't fucking matter.
You're doomed.
It doesn't matter. Because if you have kids, it doesn't fucking matter. If there's any question in your fucking mind at all that someone is after the minds of your child, like, it doesn't matter. If I'm right, if you're right, if we're, that doesn't matter.
Devil's in the details.
It doesn't matter. Ultimately, it is our responsibility as adults. Fuck parents. I know people who don't have children who are in this fight, who are at school board meetings speaking up about the detriment to other people's children. If you have a voice, use it to protect your children. If there's any doubt, you don't have to prove this beyond a reasonable doubt for you to take action. If there is any doubt that someone is trying to overpower the minds of your child for an agenda, whatever the fuck it is. So I'll talk to the camera on this. Democrats, specifically, the people who disagree with me specifically, it doesn't matter if you think I'm a wild, radical conspiracy theorist who is off the rails, right-wing radical, talking madness about it. It doesn't matter. If there is any doubt in your mind that your children are consuming satanic shit from massive brands in Hollywood and the information they're consuming, if there is any doubt in your mind, you take action immediately. Immediately to save the minds of your children. Protect your children, protect your purpose. That's what we have to do. And if we take that across every one of these social issues, we've talked about it before, freedom. I don't care what fucking Kanye said. Okay? Because I don't care what any rapper says at all. Because I don't take my fucking advice from rappers. Never have. Like, except for the Wu-Tang Clan. That is different.
They're nothing to fuck with.
They are nothing to fuck with. And I've taken a lot of life lessons. And Old Dirty Bastard specifically. Okay? Who are we taking in? Like, what does it matter? Always look at the outcomes. If there is any doubt in your mind that freedom of speech could be taken, any doubt, protect it. You got to fight against it. What does it cost you to fight against it? It takes your time, your effort. Some of it's super simple, like this mask or this, whatever your bullshit issue is that you want to talk about. If there's any doubt that that is infringing on a freedom, just say no. Say, I'm not going to do that. You want me to go in your restaurant? Yeah, I'm not. And masks seem to be a temporary thing of the past. They're coming back. We've got new
Strains.
new bullshit. You think this fucking went away? You're wrong. The doubt's going to come back, and now hopefully people are not accustomed to it to where they're comfortable, but they're accustomed to the information to where they're uncomfortable, and they have that little doubt that maybe they didn't have early on. And all you have to do, it's very simple. Again, we don't need to sit here and say, this is a global fucking conspiracy. Doesn't matter. Are your freedoms at stake? Well, we should probably all, the solution is we should probably all take a stand. What else do you want to talk about?
Something along Christmas. Christmassy.
Cut that whole part out.
We're on podcast number 5 now for the day. No, seriously, Christmas. You're doing something for Christmas, Matt?
Christmas. We got some Christmas shit.
Getting to look a lot
Like Christmas.
Christmas.
Where you
Oh.
go.
So we're doing a Christmas
especially
giveaway.
right behind you. Oh, that.
Oh, we're doing a Christmas giveaway. We have a, oh, Ian, you did a,
Christmas money.
Christmas money. You did a,
Christmas
what's
dollars.
it called? A reel, a short.
Short.
A reel. You did a short. We got Christmas dollars.
You did it.
Matter of fact, roll.
Best
can you,
time of your
can
life.
you do that right now? Roll that clip.
3, 2,
Roll
1.
that
Bang!
beautiful beat
Do
of
it.
footage.
Boom. Do you want $500 for Christmas? This year, we are doing a giveaway, a $500 giveaway, live on our YouTube channel on December 23rd on the Protect Your Purpose podcast. The way to enter is subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then you're going to need to know the 4 verbal clues that we have dropped throughout the episodes in the previous weeks. You're going to have to go back and check those out, and then pay attention to the next episodes to find out the last ones. And that is how you get a chance to win the 500 Christmas dollars. These are Christmas dollars, people. So make sure you don't miss out. Make sure you subscribe and listen for all 4 verbal clues for a chance to win 500 Christmas dollars. Merry Christmas.
So that was our
Roll
Christmas
that
giveaway
clip,
reel.
bitch.
Yeah, they just saw it.
You got to come out of it.
Yeah, we're back.
You got to come.
We
out.
don't have to give it any time.
No.
Welcome. Got it. So there's the there it is. The Christmas reel, the Christmas money reel.
How much did you like making that reel, Matt?
Dude, that reel was like fucking torture. I had to act. I act.
I want to do it next time
You're
just to see.
You're
You want to do
You'd be
what?
so good, Lindy. You'd
Yeah,
be
Lindy would
amazing.
be way better.
Oh, Lindy would be way better.
She
at
says
that
she's a
shit.
great actress.
She says,
She told me.
Can we actually make?
I would
Can we just
probably
remake
make it in
that
Hollywood.
short? Because we should re-upload. I don't want to re-upload the same short.
no, I don't want to take away Matt.
No, it's not. But it's going to be you.
You don't want to take away something that I wanted to commit suicide while doing.
You'd good. You'd love it. You do good.
All right, let's do it.
He's actually
You
upset
can do it today.
brought it up before it got filmed.
Are
Why
you
didn't
going to
you
say
tell me
this
that
is Christmas
before I
money,
went?
people? So I got a lot of feedback on that from some family and friends. Everybody loved it, but yeah, everybody loved it. The main feedback I got was, "This is Christmas money, people," which was not supposed to be said. It was just kind of what popped in my
Those are
head.
the best ones.
No,
Those are
I
the
think
best ones.
I think it was one of the pretend outtake type
It was where
things.
he was filling space. He didn't think like most of that short came from when Matt thought we weren't doing the short. He was just filling space, thinking about how much he hated his life in those 4 minutes.
Worst, bro.
And I kept every bit that he hated, and he thought he was joking, is what made the short.
So here is something that people don't know about me. First of all, before we go on to that, Christmas money, share the fucking show. Get as many people, and it does actually decrease your chances of winning if you don't share the show. But it is the holiday season. If you don't share
Come
the
on
show,
now. You got to share it to win.
yeah. If you do, you
You do now.
boom, share it to win.
If you're
fuckers.
not following, at least, I guess.
I'll tell you what.
Probably are.
If you share it and you message us that you shared it on any platform,
Another entry.
you get another entry.
You get an entry.
Everybody gets an entry.
But I'm going to just add this because I don't want to take away. You still have to know the 4 verbal clues first.
Yes.
After you message us those first Yep.
Blah, blah.
Message us those first 4 verbal clues.
Which we will give information on how to do that at a later date.
Yep. And then,
Before the 4.
if you want an extra entry, share the short.
So that's what I was trying to say on that text message you berated me about. I cannot read this.
You guys
Words
are
and words.
Such little bitches.
Words and words.
It was
That's exactly
one-
what I was saying. Like, they should, after they give us the 4 verbal clues. If they've shared the podcast, they get an extra entry.
That's all he was saying.
I don't even remember.
But-
what are you attacking me too?
No, that was one run. Did you?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, I didn't.
You didn't, because that was.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was. I agree.
It was
We could have talked about it in person, but that's what I was trying to say.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
After
You
they
guys
get,
are all sensitive.
After they get the 4 verbal clues, if they've shared the show and can prove it, they get an extra entry for that.
Zach, are you acting right now?
How do I know?
How do we know? What if this is all just the Truman Show?
Listen, dude, don't get me fucking. Why would you do that?
Always says that.
Why would you?
brought Mac back.
Why would you do that?
I know I'm not an actor.
This
in your
is the
show.
fucking Truman
I'm not an
Show.
actor in your show. Am I?
Am I? Matt trusts no one.
Where did you come from anyway? You seem to pop up in my life rather randomly.
You said, Ian, I need you. Quit your job.
10 years
no,
ago.
before
You went
then.
1, 2, 3. Ian.
No.
No, it was through Zach. Me, it was football.
It was through
He-
me.
No. It was through Zach, and Zach knew you, and then we all started hanging out.
No, not buying any of this. I needed someone to help me move furniture, and Ian was like, "Hey, I'm the Navy guy.
That is the first time I met you.
I can help."
You ever heard? Oh, is it? You
I
remember
can
that?
help.
Yeah,
I'm
first time I
surprised
met Matt
remembers
was
that.
when we were moving him out of the South Sioux
Thanks,
place.
by the way. Big help.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
I don't even think I helped him with that.
No, you did.
Bad
I
for
would.
him.
Yeah.
Oh,
you were
I
there.
did.
You don't remember? It was actually most of the stuff was already moved out, and we moved the last little bit. It was pretty much empty, and I remember that.
This
Still-
is so dumb.
No value?
Merry Christmas.
You still what?
Have a storage unit at that apartment.
We do. Ian,
Is that
cut
where all
this
your
part out.
shit is?
We have like 4 storage
Some of it.
units, different places.
I got a whole ass building full of storage shit.
That's funny.
Art. It's high end.
High end
art. I'm just
Picassos.
kidding. It's mostly
Also-
garbage.
Not to change subject, but we have
Please do.
our first guest coming soon.
Surprise guest.
Surprise guest.
We're not telling him who the guest
He's a
is.
good one.
Not yet.
He
Uh,
could-
he's
We've
not
got a
here
couple
yet.
guests.
He's not here yet, so
So we've got a couple guests. We've
You
got
met a guest last night?
that's not going to be the next episode, though.
we've
That
got a
one's not
couple
airing
guests.
till
We've got
Christmas.
that's the
You're
one.
not supposed to tell him.
And then we also have a second guest book, which is who is going to come in January. So we've
Watch
got a
for it.
December guest.
Watch for it.
And we've got a early January guest.
Watch for
That's right. Don't, dude.
That's
You weren't
intro.
supposed
in
to
case
say
I didn't
it.
hear it the first
You
time.
weren't supposed to say. We've got some cool guests coming up, man. We've got some business owners. We've got some really motivational, inspirational people who have a really good grip and really good grasp on what's going on in the world that literally have made it their purpose and their mission in life to help people. And I can't wait to have them on this fucking show. It's going to be
Pretty
awesome.
excited.
Yeah. Forewarning.
I'll be at Army training. So
Oh, yeah. Lindy won't be here for
She
the
won't
first
be here
guest.
for.
That's too bad because we really enjoy Lindy's company, I think.
Yeah,
yep.
I believe it.
Maybe
Who
we
doesn't?
I'm gonna be so missed.
Maybe we
Doesn't
can. Maybe we
enjoy
can call and see if we can reschedule.
Reschedule.
We also got
All right, the joke is getting stupid.
It is. We ran that into the ground.
Should I cut
Beat
all of
it
them
up.
but one out?
Beating a dead
Nah,
horse.
fuck it. Yeah, cut that part out.
No, it got funnier and then it declined. So like the third or fourth one maybe. It's like you know how it gets, but you know how you do it so many times and it's not funny, then you do it again and it's like
But I didn't
extra
get
funny.
to do it.
So
Circle back.
yes, hilarious again.
Just kidding.
You're so cute, though. No, don't cut that. That's the only one I want to keep in.
Never mind.
Lindy has something
No.
to speak
No,
about.
never
Please,
mind.
please say it.
You took a deep breath for nothing,
No,
Lindy. What was
it's
that breath for?
stupid.
Please say it.
Oh, please follow Lindy on Instagram. She's now famous.
No, I'm not. What,
Is she-
why would you say
Oh
that?
yeah,
That's what you were thinking.
Lindy's.
No.
She's going to become an
Do
actress.
not follow me.
Oh yeah, she's an actress.
Please do not follow me. Unfollow me if you are following me. Jesus.
So speaking of Instagram and Reels, Lindy had some bangers that took off. She's getting like
Anything with Lindy's
10,
face
15,
gets
20,000
a lot of
views on
likes.
shit. Yeah.
Oh, no. One's of Matt dancing like Pretty Woman or Dirty Dancing.
Dude, that's messed up for you to make fun of me. It is
It was a beautiful dance.
kind of super gay. And I knew it. I was feeling myself, kind of Post Maloney.
All right, 1, 2, 3. I gotta go. So
What does that mean? We're rapping?
yeah,
It's
love you, post.
I don't know how the fuck you're going to edit this, Ian. This is going to be a
Good luck.
fun one, bro. But hey, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your support and your love.
Always.
Make sure that If you take one message from this, find your purpose and protect your purpose, man. A lot of time, those are those kids.
Merry Christmas.
Peace.
Share the short.
Share the short. Share the Christmas dollars.
Share that short.
Share that shit short.
1, 2, 3.